So you're probably thinking, why is he doing another video on this indicator? And it's because it's transformed my trading over the last 6 weeks. You can see my results right here since I started using it on November 20th of last year. I've had about a 95% gain on my account since that time. So since I started using this indicator. So I wanted to use this video to talk about why it's different, why it's better than pretty much every indicator I've ever used in my 19 years of trading. So I traded the NFP news release this past Friday and things worked out really well. You can see my trades here on gold and my trade here on the EU. So I entered the market just before the news release, anticipating a movement down. And it's because my indicator was showing me price was overdone, had a pre-news move right into these key resistance levels, and was likely to head down. And you can see when the market reacted, I was correct and was able to come out with 1.42% profit that day and over 5% that week. So it was a really great week and was all due to this new indicator. The majority of indicators for trading are inconsistent, and it's because we experience a lot of different phases in the market, trending, ranging, consolidation. And indicators can typically only give you good signals during one of these phases, if even that. And that's the problem here. And that's why I've been trying to develop trading tools and algorithms to combat this problem of trying to find something that is consistent through years of time and also through these market phases that can really cause problems in your trading. And so that's why I developed this new support and resistance indicator. It's not only good at finding places where the market will pull back or range, but it's also good at showing you when the market is potentially trending as well. So giving you helpful insight into where it may go and possibly where it may stop as well. And I've never been able to find or build something that can do that. And so that's why I wanted to use this video and also these upcoming streams on my YouTube channel or my Discord to show you guys what I mean by this and hopefully give you some insight into what I'm seeing with this, because it may be difficult to really understand what this indicator is. It looks kind of just like your standard support and resistance indicator, but there's a lot more here than meets the eye. My mission has always been the same, and that's to build trading tools and algorithms that are long-lasting. It's been a difficult road, and the majority of my accounts are still very profitable. I've allowed those who watch my channel to follow along and take part in my journey as well, trading my algorithms, and not everybody has had success, and it's unfortunate. We have varying differences in our results, where I had 3 losses since March of last year on some of my accounts, while other traders had up to 5 or 6. And it's a difficult journey for me watching the inconsistencies because of all the many different brokers. Every single broker has a different price feed, so it can cause a difference in results, and that's unfortunate. I hate that fact because I don't want to see people lose. I don't want to lose either, but I know that losing is part of this journey of becoming a long-term profitable trader. And so far, over the last 3 years, almost 4 years now since I started this, I'm still very profitable, and many of you still are as well. But it doesn't mean that every single person is. And that's trading. So I can only do my best to give you the best trading tools, the best advice that I'm using during this journey. So why was this indicator built? How does it function? And why is the insight that it gives so impressive? How most support and resistance indicators work is they find the high and the low of a pivot point. And support and resistance indicators that do that well are very difficult to find, and they're like hundreds for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. But the problem with calculating and finding this high and low is that it makes for a brutally inaccurate support and resistance level. And it's because there's too much give between the body of the candles to the high or low, which is the wick, right? So same thing here, body of the candle to the wick, body to the wick. There's too much of a zone that makes it inaccurate to actually trade and inconsistent. So what I've done here is I've basically gotten to the point where, all right, so it makes more sense to find where all the action is. And it's these candles. You can see all these ones right here. So these 5 candles are giving me valuable insight. They're showing me that, well, price closed at this point, opened at this point, it had to be a bullish candle right after there, that closed bullish, to keep that same level of 1.07638. This candle opened up, closed at that same exact level, and this candle opened up below it with a gap, but closed at the same level again. This candle opened up at the same level and closed bullish. So that is 5 candles showing that this level is significant. And the same thing at this point, bringing this down. This candle was a bullish candle, closing at this level of 1.09941. The next candle had to open and close bearish. I had to close bearish to keep that same level intact. And that's 2 candles, 2 daily candles showing me that this level is significant. Not the high on this candle, not the high on this one. This is where the action is. All right, so the last example, pull this one down, same thing. Bullish candle, close at this level, and bearish candle at this next level, showing a significant level of resistance. But the interesting thing here is that this candle had to close bearish, and it did that very well and closed very strong, but it threatened to break past this level, so it was bullish in the beginning, and then it turned bearish, showing that there was a rejection that happened here, and you can see what happens to the market right after that. These daily support and resistance levels happened in November and December of this year. So I'm going to scroll back to see if they happen to be reacted to in the past. So you can actually see right here that in January of 2023, that this level was reacted to previously. And the bodies of the candle were just under the 1.09941 level, so just like 3 pips below. And that shows that this level was reacted to and it's a strong level previously. And so that's what my indicator does, is it counts up the levels that have taken place near or at the same level over years of time. And that's why this indicator is so powerful. So I'm going to be using NFP as an example here. So non-farm payroll. So the day before a big news event, NFP, FOMC, maybe the CPI data, you'll see a pre-market move. This is banks and institutions aggressively pushing the market in one direction to potentially get in at better prices before that news event takes place. And here you can see that price bounced off of level 4. Now these numbers here on the right side show you how many times a support and resistance level has been hit in the last 10 years. And so it stacks them, it counts them out. Solid lines means that it's been hit more, and the dotted lines means it's been hit less. So you can see price bouncing off level 4 here during Thursday's trading, starting that aggressive pre-market move. And so I'm not going to be entering sell trades here, here, and here, because I'm anticipating market making a big move before this big news event. And so anticipating price likely stopping or finding its first resistance at level 8. And so I'm not going to enter my first trade until level 8 and have a pending order at maybe level 2 and possibly even level 1, just in case this ends up pushing a little bit further during that pre-news move before a potential fall after the news releases. So you can see here, I actually waited out all of this move right here and ended up taking my trade right here. So I saw that level 2 was tapped, and this was just a few minutes before the news, and overdone, likely for this to fall down. I was able to come out with over 50 pips profit on this EU trade. So on the way down, I held this position until I was trying to take profit at level 2. It was getting too bouncy, so I closed it out a little early. But my first place to potentially look for pullbacks, so small trades of 10 to 15 pips, would be at level 3 and level 4, because I'm looking at, okay, so Thursday's trading opened up here. This was the last level of heavier support, and so I'm going to be looking at possible pullback trades here and here. And both of these resulted right off these levels and 10 to 15 pip moves. And if you can actually see here on the M15 time frame, these levels bounced here all the way to this point. Same thing here, and same thing here. But during that aggressive news push, we have to anticipate how big is this news event? What are the numbers? Were they well over expectations? And this potentially is going to drive price further. Where's the last level of support and resistance that's showing that was significant, and that happened to be right in here. So this would be a good area to potentially take profit if you're holding a trade all the way down, or to look for small profitable pullbacks at that point. And this is the kind of insight that this indicator gives you. It shows you the levels, and your job is to anticipate how the news will affect it. Where are the places of support and resistance? Because we don't want to trade every single level. We wanted to try to read into the market using this indicator as a guide to see where price will likely have its pullback. And if we're wrong, that's okay. We look to the next major level of support and resistance to average in our trades and likely come out with profit. And that's what I've been doing on my account since November 20th. So this indicator is not just good at showing you where the market might have a pullback. So for example, here, here, here. It's great at showing you potential continuations of a movement or a potential breakout as well. And you can see from my trade taken right here, I entered this position right after the close above this level right here, anticipating a further move on the upside. Now FOMC was later that day. It actually took place on this candle right here. And so I was anticipating that pre-market move again on the upside. And seeing this candle closure above that level gave me hints into I could grab some pips here. So I looked at my other pairs that I like to trade, the pound US dollar CAD, Aussie USD, and gold, to see if I could get any hints, any correlations that were happening. And you can see on this candle, same hour, that it closed above the support and resistance level right here, anticipating a further move to the next level. So I decided to trade the EU because I thought that this would be much safer, especially trading before such a big news release. And it ended up working out really well. I traded later on that day as well, right here, during FOMC, and was able to close out some more profit on the EU, anticipating the market to continue pushing down from these levels of resistance. And it worked out well. So I just wanted to remind you guys, we've extended the demo phase of the indicator and the EA that goes along with it until February 9th. We want to give as many traders a chance to try out this indicator. I think it's going to transform your trading, just like it has for me over the last 6 weeks, getting a 95% profit. There is a link in the description below this video, and it's a direct download link. Hope to see you guys in my Discord for these streams. They might be on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.